Yo, what's up everybody? It's Pham Ngok, and we're diving deep into the world of EVs today. Specifically, we're talking about maximizing that battery life, because let's be real, range anxiety is a thing, and nobody wants to be stranded with a dead battery. Did you know that you can extend your EV's battery life by up to 30% with some simple hacks? That's a pretty significant jump, right? We're talking about squeezing every last mile out of your charge, and who wouldn't want that? So, in this video, you're going to learn some creative hacks to boost your electric vehicle's battery life, ensuring you get the most out of every charge. We're talking simple tweaks, easy adjustments, and maybe even debunking a myth or two along the way. Stick around, it's going to be a good one. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room, or should I say, the battery in the car. Range anxiety. It's a real thing, and it's something that a lot of EV owners experience, especially those who are new to the electric vehicle game. You see that estimated range number on your dashboard drop faster than expected, and you start to sweat a little. Been there, done that. And then there's the big one, battery degradation. Over time, like all batteries, your EV's battery loses its ability to hold a full charge. It's a gradual process, but it can eventually lead to reduced range and, in some cases, the dreaded costly battery replacement. Nobody wants to shell out thousands of dollars for a new battery pack, right? So, what can we do about it? Well, the good news is that there are actually a lot of things within your control that can significantly extend the life of your EV's battery. We're not talking about some crazy expensive modifications here. I'm talking about simple, everyday habits and adjustments that can make a world of difference in the long run. Think of it like this. You wouldn't leave your smartphone constantly plugged in at 100%, would you? It's all about understanding how your battery works and treating it right. Because a happy battery equals a happy EV owner, and that's what we're all about. So, let's dive into these battery-saving hacks and unlock the true potential of your electric vehicle. Alright, so you want to become an EV battery whisperer. The first step is understanding that it's all about energy management. Just like you wouldn't drive your gas-powered car pedal to the metal all the time, you don't want to constantly push your EV to its limits. Aggressive driving, rapid acceleration, and hard braking, these all drain your battery faster. It's physics, folks. Instead, try to maintain a smooth and steady driving style. Think of it like gliding through water instead of battling waves. Next up, let's talk temperature. Extreme heat and extreme cold can really take a toll on your EV's battery life. In colder temperatures, the battery has to work harder to maintain its optimal operating temperature, which can drain the charge faster. And in hot weather, well, you're basically baking your battery. Not literally, of course, but you get the idea. So, what's the solution? Park in the shade whenever possible, especially during those scorching summer months. And if you live in a particularly cold climate, consider using your EV's preconditioning feature to warm up the battery before you hit the road. This can significantly improve your range in colder temperatures. Now, let's move on to something we're all familiar with: tires. You know how underinflated tires can affect your car's fuel efficiency? Well, the same principle applies to EVs. Make sure your tires are properly inflated to reduce rolling resistance and maximize your range. And while we're on the subject of efficiency, let's not forget about aerodynamics. Those roof racks and bike carriers might come in handy, but they also create drag, which can eat into your battery life. If you're not using them, take them off. Remember, every little bit counts when it comes to extending your EV's battery life. Alright guys, we're about to unlock the secret sauce of EV battery longevity charging. It's not just about plugging in and walking away, though it would be nice if it were that simple, right? There's a bit of a science to it, but don't worry, I've got you covered. The first Golden rule. Avoid fully charging your EV's battery unless you absolutely need to. I know, it's tempting to see that 100% on the dashboard, but constantly topping it off to max can actually stress the battery and lead to faster degradation. Think of it like your phone. You wouldn't keep it plugged in at 100% all the time, right? Instead, aim for a sweet spot of around 80% for your daily commute. Most EVs allow you to set a charging limit, so take advantage of that feature. Now, on the flip side, you also don't want to let your battery completely drain to zero. Deep discharges can put a lot of strain on the battery and shorten its lifespan. The ideal range for most EV batteries is between 20% and 80%. It's like keeping your battery in its comfort zone, where it can perform at its best. And speaking of comfort zones, let's talk about charging speed. Fast charging is super convenient, especially when you're in a pinch, but frequent use of DC fast chargers can generate more heat, which, as we learned earlier, isn't ideal for your battery's long-term health. Whenever possible, opt for slower AC charging at home or at work. It's gentler on the battery and will help prolong its life. Think of it like this. Fast charging is like a shot of espresso. It gets you going quickly, but it's not something you want to rely on every day. You know, it's amazing how many small things can affect your EV's battery life. We've covered the major ones, but it's the little details that can really make a difference over time. First up, let's talk about vampire drain. Sounds spooky, right? But it's actually a real thing, and it refers to the small amount of energy your EV's battery loses even when the car is turned off. Things like your car's security system, clock, and even some USB ports can draw power even when the car is parked. To minimize vampire drain, try unplugging any unnecessary devices, and if your EV allows it, consider turning off features like always-on connectivity when you're not using them. Another often overlooked factor is software updates. EV manufacturers are constantly working to improve their vehicles' software, and these updates often include optimizations for battery management. Make sure your EV software is up to date to benefit from the latest improvements in battery performance and efficiency. And finally, let's talk about planning your trips. This might seem obvious, but planning your routes in advance can actually help you conserve battery life. Use your EV's navigation system to map out the most efficient route, taking into account factors like elevation changes and traffic conditions. By being mindful of your driving habits and making a few simple adjustments, you can significantly extend the life of your EV's battery and keep it running smoothly for years to come. So, there you have it, guys. The keys to unlocking your EV's full potential and saying goodbye to range anxiety. Remember, it's all about understanding how your battery works and treating it right. By implementing these simple hacks into your daily routine, you can maximize your EV's range, prolong the life of your battery, and enjoy a smoother, more efficient driving experience. Now, I know this might seem like a lot to remember, but trust me, it becomes second nature once you incorporate these tips into your EV ownership routine. And the best part? You'll be saving money in the long run by avoiding premature battery replacements and maximizing your EV's efficiency. So, go ahead, embrace the electric revolution and drive with confidence, knowing that you're equipped with the knowledge to get the most out of your EV. So, that's it for today's deep dive into the world of EV battery life. We've covered a lot of ground, from understanding how your battery works to implementing simple hacks that can significantly extend its lifespan. Remember, taking care of your EV's battery is an investment in the future of your vehicle. By following these tips and staying informed about the latest advancements in EV technology, you can ensure that your electric journey is a smooth and enjoyable one. If you found these tips helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more EV-related content. And don't forget to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing my top picks for the best charging stations for EVs. Until next time, keep those batteries charged and keep on driving.